Perched high on the northeastern edge of the continent, the peace and serenity of Cape Breton Island in Canada is a long way from the bold and brash American vision Donald Trump is peddling. That got one guy with one idea and a website asking his U.S. neighbors, could this place be your refuge from a Trump presidency? With one click, hundreds of thousands of Americans are wondering too. No, really, we're not kidding. This is no joke. So we've come here to this windswept island to figure out why this pitch is enticing so many in ways no one could have imagined. Rob Calabrese is the guy, a local radio DJ with the If Trump Wins website. He spent $28 and less than half an hour creating it.
As many people have told me, I'm just some bozo up in Canada on an island no one's ever heard of. What I think of him is irrelevant. The fact is, he makes a lot of people very nervous about the future of the country. So I'm just saying, now's the time to plant the seed, get your affairs in order. That way, the day after the election, you've got everything all settled and you can just come on up then.
Little more than 2 weeks and 800,000 clicks later, Americans want to know more.
All of a sudden, the joke is over, and this is serious. We have a serious problem. People are showing a serious interest in moving here. That problem is a familiar one. It may be pretty, but this island is economically depressed and in need of new blood. At Smitty's Pancake House, Cape Bretoners told us the website is pure genius.
Rob's our hero.
Rob's your hero.
He really is, yeah, he really is. I know it started out in fun, but I think he said what we were all thinking.
How do you feel about getting Trump refugees here?
We don't mind. We'll take any refugees. That's what we need in Cape Breton Island. We need people.
How welcoming are you guys to Americans, though?
Very well. We've been coming here for years.
We love Americans.
The more the merrier.
Yeah, no offenses.
No offense, but you can't just walk into Canada and live here. Damien Barry is an immigration lawyer and an Irish immigrant. Would you say Canada, though, is a tough country to immigrate to?
It is, in a way. I mean, I guess there's a lot of red tape to get through.
Even so, he says he's getting dozens of serious inquiries from Americans looking to live north. Wayne Miller is a man who immigrated in the opposite direction for a time. He's back home now, making it as an entrepreneur. He believes some Americans will take up the Canadian offer.
I do.
Really? You don't
I
think
do.
it's just a joke?
No, I don't think Americans joke, you know? They're pretty, when they set their mind to something, they make it happen.
Valerie Sampson has already seen some evidence of that. More Americans calling and emailing about Cape Breton's stunning and, yes, affordable homes.
Anybody would come to me and say, I don't see anything I like on the market. I could go knock on a door and find a piece of waterfront for anybody. Give me 6 hours.
This is what's called Sunrise Drive.
Mary Tull takes us for a ride along that waterfront. As a tourism official here, she says American interest surged since the website went live.
We have a fantastic receptionist that would normally handle maybe 2 inquiries a day. We had 5 people dedicated full-time.
Wow.
To manage the inquiries.
Cape Breton's hit music station 1019 The Giant.
Back at the radio station, Rob expects more Americans to come calling as Trump builds momentum in the primaries. Do you think there's going to be a Donald Trump bump in the economy this summer?
There may be a Trump bump, and thank you for coining that phrase.
That might be true in summer, but this place doesn't exactly look like paradise right now. What do you want to tell them about when it's not so good?
Well, I mean, this is not the Caribbean. It's not an island in the Caribbean, so we have a winter here.
In the meantime, remember, this island may not get a vote, but now it certainly has a stake in the U.S. presidential race. Paula Newton, CNN, Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia.